Good evening. Happy Thursday. I'm always clearing my desk when I go live, right? I'm like, and there's this in my way, not in my way. How is everyone tonight? As you are hopping on, be sure and say hi, or if you are catching this on replay, I'd love to have you hashtag replay in the comments, or you can also just come on in as if you're live, and that would be amazing. I do always like to check back and see who's been on. Welcome, everyone. Okay. Hi, Devana. Hi, Michelle. How are you tonight? How are you guys doing? I just barely got home. I was like wondering if I was going to make it in time. Yay, I did. It was close though. Very, very close. How are you feeling, Devana? Let's see. We're going to use this pail tonight. Let's go ahead and get some things out here. Thank you so much for sprinkling. Hi, Patty. How are you doing tonight? Welcome. Come on in. Trying to decide. I think we're going to use ivory. It's kind of been the color lately. Hi, Patricia. Thank you for hopping on. You guys, as you hop on, if you wouldn't mind smashing some of those, hopefully we will start waking up Facebook. Oh, that's so sweet, Devana. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's good to have you on here for sure. Hi, Tracy. How are you doing tonight? Have you had to pick up a lot of stuff from the storms? So many storms last night and today, right? Hi, Jennifer. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Come on in. I don't know if this one's going to work. Okay, so we're just going to start getting a coat of paint on here real quick. This is just a pail bucket. I think, to be honest, we had got a gift card from Texas Roadhouse, and they put like the gift card in the bucket with like a bag of peanuts and I don't remember what else, maybe steak sauce or something. I'm glad you're doing better. Hi, Cindy. How are you tonight? So anyway, it's kind of like rusty on the bottom, and that's okay. I was like, I'm not throwing out that bucket. I can use it, right? Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for sprinkling me out. All those things help tremendously. Hi, Sheila. Wanda, how are you all tonight? Hope you're doing well. I have little Miss Mischief Maker in here with me tonight. Lacey, Sheila's been getting into everything today, you guys. No, Lacey. I mean everything. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Curly Dimples Trading Company. How are you doing? Thanks so much, you all, for hopping on. We're going to get a coat of chalk paint on here. So there's different things that we can do to our bucket. I have some transfers we can put on here. We could use a napkin. We could use rice paper. I don't know. What are you guys feeling tonight? Hi, Lori. How are you doing tonight? I definitely got enough paint out, right? Probably going to have to put a couple of coats on here. Lacey. Sorry, you guys. Like I said, she's been extra ornery today. Before I forget, I want to remind you guys that we're doing the Craft 30 Market Day tomorrow. It's where there will be different crafters, creators on selling some of their items. Now this is only going to be in Craft Around the Clock. You're not going to see it on my page, so you definitely do have to go to Craft Around the Clock for that. And if you guys don't know where Craft Around the Clock is, you haven't been on it, that link is up in my description. So each creator is going to have 30 minutes, and they'll have things for you to comment sold on. Yeah, I'm making a mess. If you want that item. So my time is going to be at 2:30 Mountain Time, which would be 3:30 Central, 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. Oh, you're having a good night, Sheila? Awesome. I'm doing pretty well, you guys. Have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Don't really like doctor's appointments, but you know, it's that time of year for me to get caught up on all my stuff. So this one is because when I started having kidney stones a few years ago, I have to go in every year now just because they put me on medications for that. So I would hopefully stop having them. And since they did put me on the medication, I've done really well. So that was definitely a blessing. But it's my, you know, they won't prescribe more medicine or whatever after a year. They have to see you like every year. So I get to go in and do that tomorrow. Hi, Alana. How are you? Okay. I'm going to dry this a little faster, hopefully. Once we get a coat on here, I think it'll be much easier. It's just that initial coat. So are you guys deciding what you want to see? Transfers, napkin, rice paper. Could do fabric, or we can combine some of the items that I've mentioned too. It doesn't just have to be one. I have stencils. Oh, Cheryl. Well, isn't that fun, right? I'm not the only one. That makes me feel better. No, I wish you didn't have to go. One more coat, I think. I think we're going to do some things to this before we put anything on it too, you guys. Let's see what we can get done in the amount of time we have. So back to the live sale on Craft Around the Clock tomorrow. It's going to be going from morning till I think at least late afternoon. I'm not sure if it's going into the evening tomorrow. And so you won't want to miss that. There will be some amazing things for sale to purchase. Sheesh, I'm making a mess here, you guys. What else is new, right? So I'm going to have the tray behind me. I don't know if you guys can see. That will be up for sale tomorrow as one of my bigger items that I'll have up for sale. When you guys purchase, I also will have some stencils from Magnolia that I'm going to have up for sale. I'm just making a mess of this pill. Okay. We're drying. You have to go every 6 months. I just caught the tail end of it as it was going by. Hi Tammy, how are you? Thanks everyone for being on. If you guys are new to me, my name is Darlia. I'm owner of Darche Designs. I do live in Colorado. Oh wow, 71 in New Jersey. We are cold in Colorado, you guys. Before the storm went through the Midwest, it came through us, and we had snow and rain, and we've had freezing temperatures at night for 2 days now. We're supposed to have another night of freezing temperatures. The bad thing about that is all the fruit trees had blossomed, or a lot of them had. Hi Betsy and Kim. Hi Cruz. Welcome. Come on in. Say hi. Let me know you're here. We could wrap this in twine. So our temps have been cold. Yeah, it was only, I think it may have gotten into the 50s today. Well, I don't even know if it got to the 50s actually. So I don't know how my fruit trees are going to fare this year. They may not have any fruit. Oh, you have stage 3 kidney disease, Delana. So what does that entail that you have to do? Sorry if I'm shaking the phone, you guys. Thanks so much for sprinkling. That definitely helps. Hopefully you wake up Facebook. I also am on Telegram. So if you guys are on there, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, and I try to let you guys know when I'm going to be going live. And I've also been trying to post it in my page. Okay, so let me show you some things. Maybe we can make a better decision. I have these cute transfers from Essential Stencil. There's that one. And then I also have one that's more themed as far as Jesus. So that's some of the transfers I have just gotten in. We could just go farmhouse. It would be more every day if you guys are tired of Easter. I have the little cow, chicken, pig we can put on there. Stencil on there, I should say. I also have the words farm, family, and faith that we could put on. Napkin wise, I have some cute napkins that were in my spring napkin set. If you guys haven't seen them, the birdhouses would be really cute on there. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. We have this pretty bunny. We have just flowers. What is the name of your craft page, Jennifer? This little bunny. We have some carrots. That would be cute. Little bunnies. Gardening would be cute. Oh, that's good, Devon. I'm glad it's gotten better, this gardening one. I still have one of these sets of napkins left if anybody is interested in one. I'm going to be, for those of you in my napkin club already, hopefully I'll be getting invoices out the 1st of next week for summer, and anybody else can also join right now. Hi, Tracy. Anyway, so you guys saw the napkins, some of the napkins we could use. So what are you thinking? Napkins, transfers. I think if I did a napkin, I would either do the garden one since we have a pail. The carrot one would be cute too. I think I want to make the bunnies look more vintage, so I might Sweet Angels Crafts. Thank you. You can also come on your craft page. Feel free to do that too. Birdhouses, I think, would be another option. So if I was doing napkins, it would probably be one of these three. Or we could do the cute transfers. Gardening would be cute. Yeah, I think so too. Hey, Linda. Guys, if I say hi to you twice, it's because I keep going through. Says, they're watching, you're watching, you're watching. Keep cycling through. Anybody else have any suggestions? I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with any of it. These are adorable, right? The carrot napkin or the chicks, Julie says. Hi, Julie. Gardening, Cheryl says. Let's look at the whole napkin. This is pretty dry, except for a couple spots. To cover up my ugly painting job. I was making a mess. If we're going to do a napkin, we definitely don't have to do any more painting, that's for sure. If we're doing a transfer, probably would have to add another coat. Now, I would paint the inside of this too. You like the chicken transfer garden, says Sheila. Birdhouse or carrots. Tavana's good with all three. You're like I am, Tavana. Once I'm like, well, honestly, I could go with any of them, right? Hey, Melissa. Welcome, you guys. I don't know if it's gonna... Here, I'm gonna cut this in half. I don't know that we're going with the gardening ones. We're just checking it out. Hi, Cindy. You're on with Cindy's Creations. Thanks so much for popping in. I appreciate it. If you guys haven't followed any of my crafting sisters, be sure and check out their pages. give them a follow if you like what you see. And I would love for you to do the same here. It's not going to quite reach around, so we would have to use more if we want to wrap the whole bucket. It's going to present a few obstacles because we have these little metal, whatever you want to call them, that, you know, the handle hooks onto. I don't know, you guys. I'm so tempted by all of them, and the transfers too. Oh, this one obviously is going to go this way. Here, let me show you guys on the bucket. Maybe that will help. There's the carrots. As I get paint on my hand. Here's the birdhouse. Whoops. Where am I going with it? Sorry, you guys. Did I show you the carrots? Or did I take it off into nowhere land? I'm kind of liking the carrots now that I'm seeing it on the bucket. Decisions. I've got to decide, right? Okay, and the birdhouses. That's really cute too. Hey, Shauna. See, you guys? It's just hard, right? Okay, I am going completely off. Lacey, she's about to knock my light over, you guys. And I think I'm going to go with the carrots. I wasn't going to do that till I started holding them up to the bucket. I'm going to pour, smush, scrape, do something with this paint back into the bottle. So I don't know how much more we're going to need, if any. And get that out of my way before I dump it everywhere, which I am highly likely to do. Love the birdhouses. I know, they're all so cute. I mean, the carrots limit it. I don't know, you guys. The gardening, the birdhouses, the carrots. I just think I liked the brightness of the carrots on there. All right, I'm going with the carrots. Totally not what I thought I was going to do, but here we go. Hopefully I'm making a good decision. Hi, Sissy. How are you doing? Okay, I'm just throwing that plate away. Just keep getting paint on me. Birdhouse of carrots. Devonna, thanks for sprinkling. You guys are liking the birdhouse too. All right, I'm going to cut this in half and then, like I did with the other one, and then change my mind. I could do that again. So the bucket was obviously free to me, which is always nice when you can get something for free, right? Yeah, I'm liking the carrots, you guys. We're going with it. Okay, let's get our layers off. Where's my tape? That's the next question. Are you just wanting to be on camera, Lacey? Is that it? Come here, Lacey. Come here. You're just sitting here watching me? You need to say hi to everyone? Is that how it goes? She's 9. Well, no, she's a year old now. She just turned a year old. So no more little puppy. She's still pretty small, but yeah. All right. Sorry, but you can't stay up here. The littlest granddaughter has been fussy the last couple of days because she is cutting teeth. So Grandma's been having fun. She doesn't really want down for that long. Hi, Natalie. She's ornery, you guys. She looks super sweet, but she's a bit ornery for sure. She has definitely not gotten over her puppy phase as far as getting into things. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Life with Terry Lynn. How are you tonight? But our dogs are definitely a lot of company. So I'm going to use the Pintart Decoupage Varnish and Glue as our medium for this. Our decoupage medium. I am going to have to use some of those other carrots too. I kind of got a big glob there. I'm just going to smooth that down so it's not under our napkin. My painting job was not the best. Don't judge me. But she's super good with the baby, so that's a plus. Maybe at times a little too good because she wants to shower her with kisses continually. So we're just smoothing some of this on here with a makeup sponge. I looked for these the other day at Dollar Tree because I haven't seen them for a long time, and I still didn't see any. So it would be nice if they would get them back in. The makeup sponges. For those of you who have been on my page, I'm still working on income tax. Hoping someday to get through it. My husband needs me to get through it so he can do the rest of it. So, yeah. All right, we've got that on there. I'm going to go ahead and separate these layers because I know we're going to need some of it while that's drying. Have you guys been making anything fun lately? I want to sew so bad. So bad. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Ellen. Susan, welcome. I just don't have time right now, so I can't. Other things are taking precedence. Like little babies crawling around my house. And income tax. Okay, there. Now we've got that off. So a little tacky, sticky. I didn't decide what I was going to say. Let's go ahead and get it dried. I would prefer to have it dried because it's a little bit trickier when you're putting it around a curved surface. So I want to be able to move it. So that's the good thing about drying it and then using your iron. So if you get a gift card from Texas Roadhouse and it comes in a bucket, keep your bucket, right? We got that at a conference. My husband happened to win it, so that was nice. So tacky. So when you guys are buying from live sales, like we're having tomorrow, what kind of things do you look for the most? Are you looking for things that we create and that it's already done? Are you looking for things to use to create stuff? I think things just take longer on this metal to dry. Maybe it's just going to be a little tacky while I put it on. And this bucket is a little beat up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's got some dents in it. That's okay. You know, we've had it out in the garden picking carrots, so it's all good. Because that would help me, and I'm sure other people, to know, you know, what kind of things do you guys really want to see in live sales? So I'm going to take it maybe a little bit up past the rim, and it's going to fold over a little on the bottom too, I think. And I'm just going to try to just tap this down a little at a time, smooth it down since I'm not able to get it totally dry. I know what I forgot to do, turn on my fan in here, and I can definitely tell. Hi Teresa and Janet. Okay, you guys, I'm not happy with the way it's going on. We're going back to this real quick. Just gonna try to do this front part. I don't want it to be all wrinkled. Okay. I don't know. We're just gonna be tacky, I think. The bucket, not me, hopefully. Hopefully I won't be tacky, right? Trying this again. This is about in the middle. Okay. We're going with it this time, you guys. I'm just gonna get a brush so I can kind of pounce it down, and then we'll iron it once I get it on here. A little bit. Maybe we can start doing it. Okay, you just need to grab some parchment paper for sure. Do I already have my iron on? Probably not. Hi, Lorianne. Will she get this carrot napkin on here, right? Okay, I'm gonna have to give it a second. It's gonna start going up because of the curve. So I could cut it. It's trickier than you think, guys. Right? Anything curved is just gonna be a little bit more complicated to do. Hopefully that will let us control it a little better. I've done it before without cutting it, but then it always feels a little off to me, because it is. And we'll see if this works any better. Of course, when you heat up metal, it gets hot. Plus I have that handle, excuse me, sorry you guys, that I need to take into account. Okay. What did you guys have for dinner tonight? Anything new and exciting? I feel like I need some new recipes. I'm getting tired of the same old things. I'm going to cut around that so we can get it to lay right. Hopefully, at least get it to lay a little bit better than it's wanting to right now. Okay. Just kind of tucking that other side of the napkin. Now she's going to decide to bark on us. Here we go. Hi, Bobby. Transfers would have been easier, you guys. Thank you, Tavana. Can always use God's blessings for sure. All right. Peeling paint off. I really would like to get this on. Trying to have the least amount. I don't care if we have some wrinkles. I just don't want to have a ton of them. I mean, I think it would be pretty much impossible to not have any when you're doing a rounded surface. Unless you just did it in, I need to do this top part a little better. If you were doing it like in littler pieces, then you could probably get them on there without wrinkles. We're back to another handle piece, so I'm gonna have to make some cuts. Depending on what you're going to want to use this for. If you're just using it for decor, you can get by with just, you know, doing a coat of Mod Podge over it to protect it. If you are going to have it outside at all where it might get wet, you're going to want to definitely use a more weatherproof sealer. Maybe some polyurethane. I think I'm going to cut this off right here. It's getting really, really crooked on me. So I'm going to cut that off. And this is where we're going to come in with our second half of the napkin. So we're going to straighten it up. Probably I'm just going to go right over that. I know I don't have any Mod Podge there yet, but we're pretending that I do. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to do this part right here, and then we'll figure out the rest, right? I've got to pull it up a little bit higher. Okay. Pam and Janice, welcome tonight. Thank you all for being here. Well, we went to a Qdoba for dinner. Qdoba. Do you guys have a Qdoba where you are? Because today was National Burrito Day, I guess. So they were doing, if you bought an entree, then you could get a bowl or burrito for free. So that is where we went, but it was so busy, you guys. Hey, Leanne. That is why I barely made it home in time, because we were in line like 30 minutes. And Qdoba, you know, is you go up and order and get your food, and then they make it, give it to you, and then you go have a seat. So, you know, there's no like waitress or anything like that if you haven't ever been there. And so usually it doesn't take that long to go through, and I was a bit shocked. There were so many people there tonight. But I mean, that was nice. So it's basically like, you know, buy one, get one. So you bought an entree and you got an entree free. Okay, I think we've got it on there. We're just going to have to seal down some edges that are up right now. And then we will deal with our little okay, I think this one I'm just gonna lay some Mod Podge down here, and we're just gonna kind of dab that on here. I was trying to keep our carrots as straight as possible. That was my goal. So some of them wouldn't be hanging out sideways because we had to go around all these rounded edges, right? Okay, I think we've got that one down. Okay, we're going to do this one next. Try not to rip anything, tear anything. It's much easier decoupaging on a flat surface. Especially napkins, you know, are going to tear a little easier on you. So you definitely want to be careful as you're doing all of this. Okay, I think we have a little bit right here too. That one's not bad. We got most of it earlier. Okay. Now, it takes a little longer to try to get your carrots straight, right? Than if I would have just went around and kind of let it fall where it may. Hi, Ashley. Beth. So is everybody clear of storms tonight, or are there still more going on? Hopefully it all is past. I do have family in Arkansas. All right, I think we've got this on here. All right, let me sand it real quick so you guys can see what our carrots look like on our little bucket here. That needs to go down a little bit. Now, how will I embellish this? I think we're going to have a part 2 on our little bucket. And what are we going to put inside of it? I think I have some good ideas on that. Could definitely be something, you know, you put treats in for a grandchild or a daughter or a son. And that would be really cute. Okay, got that down now, you guys. I think we'll wrap our handle in something. And I want to put something, I think, around the top edge of this. Sorry, it took me so long to get this on there. It just takes a bit longer with these rounded surfaces. This is probably really noisy too. Sorry, you guys. Cindy still has bad weather. Ugh. Yeah, definitely keeping everybody in prayer that still has weather going on. I'm going to have to do around these handles a little bit better. All right. I feel like a cute bow we're going to do on here. I love this, you guys. What do you think? Here's our bucket. Still so much I want to do to this, but here is step 1. Thank you guys for being patient with me as we did all that. You wouldn't think it would take so long, but obviously it does. I hope you guys have a great night. I think Charmed by Sage is on after me, so head on over there. The link is up in my description. If you like this, if you can give me some of these, that would be so great. We're gonna decorate this up in the next video, but I love our little carrot bucket. Thank you guys for helping me. Be blessed. If you guys need prayers for anything, be sure and private message me. Hi, Natalie. We're just heading off, but you can watch a replay for sure. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful night. Love you all. And stay safe, too. Definitely keeping you guys in prayer. Bye for now. And don't forget, tomorrow I'll be on at 2:30 Mountain Time, 3:30 Central for the live sale. And that's only in the Craft Around the Clock group where you can see it.